So I'm gonna start with Chipo, ladies first.
Yeah.
I don't know what questions do you have or things that you need us to elaborate on.
So far I'm here to learn. I have no questions.
Let me just share my screen quickly. Let me share my screen. And Eddie, I know Eddie has got questions.
Like always.
Pays that he wants us to talk about. I'm sure
Yeah,
you
you know me with pain.
which one
Yeah,
do we start with? Which one do we start with?
oh, my Euro GBP, my favorite.
Euro GBP. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at? Euro GBP. Hey, this thing really dropped, for the premium.
Shorting.
Uh,
Are we shorting? Shorting opportunities.
right. So where are we heading to in the coming week? So we've got FOMC coming in on Wednesday, right? And we have seen ECB coming with a bit of a not so aggressive policy, because I was hoping they could go aggressive on their rate hikes, but it wasn't much. They were on the calendar, I think, on Thursday. The fact that ECB came before the Fed is going really to surprise a few people, because mostly they normally come after the week after the Federal Reserve, ECB. But no, I think their calendar changed. So they did, just checking the calendar quickly to see. Did they do 50 basis points, right? They did 50.
Yes. Yeah, they did 50.
50 basis points increase, right? On their interest rate.
Yeah, we were expecting 75 and they did 50.
Yeah, everyone was expecting them to be quite aggressive. But now by doing a 75 basis points, so they went from, okay, let's see, ECB. Where is the ECB? Trying to look on the calendar. Oh, previous week, last week. So that's the 28th, 27 to the 28th. By doing a 50 basis point rate increase, they were a bit conservative on their hike, meaning we are likely to see, yeah, they went from 1.25 to, no, focused previous one. No, they did went 75 basis points. From 1.25, they went to 2%. Am I reading the
Was it 75? Was it 75?
Yeah, the previous was 1.25%, and now their interest rates are 2%. ECB is sitting at 2%. Yeah, they did 75 basis points on Thursday. I was expecting them to be quite aggressive, as in to really go guns blazing, maybe 100 basis points rate increase. So with that in mind, and with FOMC coming in on Wednesday, yeah, you could lean towards shorting Euro GBP, heading into that imbalance on daily for the upcoming week as your target. You see that weekly imbalance there. We could see price eventually fill up that imbalance. As you have seen from a monthly point of view, the last 2 months there's been a huge weakness in euro against pound, and we are dropping from a high level of premium. You can see here. Let me go to the line chart. I need the line chart. Okay, basically like here. So that's our premium. range where price did find a bit of resistance and it massively dropped. So when you go to the weekly chart, you can see right here, this is, I'm pretty sure we can get a fill up on this imbalance here. So you're looking at about 80 pips on offer before price starts finding a bit of support, of which right now I don't think there's anything that's going to provide support on euro at this moment in time. Yeah, there's nothing really that's going to provide support. But now where can you short it from? That will be the question. You see, where would you like it? Because you're not gonna just hop on and short it when the market opens, which will be suicidal, like what we saw last Monday. That will be suicidal. You need to wait for like Tuesday's price action. So you can see on H4 we do have some premium areas. There isn't really nothing much on daily in terms of premium areas. There isn't really much, but it's way further up here, of which I wouldn't expect euro to gain that much momentum to this bearish order block here, because that would be some huge strength if euro does open and head up here. You see, that would be huge strength in terms of euro. But I don't know. You never know with the market. You never know. It can really open and maybe Putin can say something which is positive towards the conflict. He might say something, him backing down or anything that could provide strength in euro. But as it is, nothing like that. I don't think it's going to happen. So once you come down to H4, you can see right here, you've got your high probability bearish order block on H4. I'm just going to highlight the premium areas which you likely look to find opportunities in terms of shorting. You see, this could be an ideal shorting zone, but only on negative news for the euro or positive news for the dollar or pound. You see, positive news for the dollar and positive news for the pound. You're likely to find price finding resistance in these two zones here. You see, we also have another high probability there. By Monday, you see this one, the one I'm highlighting here. Price will likely fill up this imbalance come Monday. You see, price will likely fill it up, and there will be opportunities there now. You see, for you to short the market in those two ranges that I've just highlighted. There'll be opportunities for you to, but there'll be probably the second one that I'm highlighting now will be a bit aggressive because of having the Fed on Wednesday. But if it's a case of price reaching these two zones by say Wednesday 7 p.m., 6 p.m., then the chances are very high that we could drop to the downside. So as you go up, looking further back into your price action, you can little see we've got other imbalances here. Got other imbalance here. Now this is market inefficiency. You see, got imbalance here, favorably gap, and then ultimately our daily bearish order block right here. So we could see price getting attracted to that level, but that would be huge strength in terms of euro. Yeah, that would be huge strength, of which we're not expecting that at this moment in time. I don't expect euro to be gaining that much on pound. Yeah, because with the new
on this
PM,
one,
yes,
on this one, I'm holding a short. I had a short on Friday.
Yeah,
I was hesitating to sell. Remember on Monday I said there is more liquidity at the bottom, and I hesitated to short it from the higher prices close to the order block there. But I realized, like, looking at these large candles which are falling down, you see, no strong belly. Then I went in on Friday from that price where your arrow is, from that price. That's where I short from. Shorting on Friday.
No, that's a good
So
drop.
I'm still holding.
You're still holding the position. Yeah, you just need to take note of how Monday's pre-market prices are. As in, I think today around between 10:30 and 11, there's like pre-market data that's released on Forex live Forex. I think I can't remember. I remember where we get those bank orders, Forex Live. Yeah, they normally release like pre-market price, opening prices for currency pairs and commodities. And the first one that comes up is UJ. So if you see UJ opening to the upside, then expect currency pairs like euro and pound, AUD, NZD to also open lower. But if you see UJ opening lower in pre-market session, if you see UJ opening lower, then expect this H1 imbalance here on Euro GBP to be filled, and that could erase a bit of your gains that you have made on Friday. So just take note of that. Once I receive the tweet, I'll also try to forward it to you so that you can make a decision once the market is open. Yeah, because you don't want to give away the gains that you have made. Yeah. So yeah, I think shorts are ideal at this moment in time on Euro GBP. Shorts are ideal. I don't know what the calendar is saying in terms of upcoming week on Euro side. CPI for Euro on Monday. You see, CPI on Euro on Monday, and the focus is like 10.2%, which would be a huge number. There's also GDP 12 p.m. All these numbers are coming in at 12 noon. So that could really move Euro GBP. Then on Tuesday, you've got manufacturing PMIs from the United States. Those ones are expected to be negative. I'm not sure what's going to come out. And then Wednesday, you've got a whole bunch of Euro news from Spain, Germany, Italy. So yeah, there is going to be movement on Euro GBP. To which side, that's what I don't know. We can only know that once we get the number. Yeah. Yeah. Which other one?
That's cool. The other one is Euro USD.
Euro USD. Yeah, but now if we are looking to go lower on
Euro GBP.
Euro GBP, then we also have to expect pressure on Euro USD. There's no need for us to expect strength, in Euro USD if we are saying Euro GBP is gonna trade lower. The only thing you need to take note of now is the expansions. You see, the expansions on Euro GBP, they normally come first before the expansion on Euro USD.
Euro USD.
You see, take a good example. Let's see Friday. You can see Friday here. Euro GBP, Euro USD did not expand to the downside whatsoever. It's just forming these railway tracks one after the other. You see, the whole of Friday was just in terms of price action of the candles, but Euro GBP already expanded to the downside. Like the second last H4 candle expanded like 65 pips to the downside. So with Euro USD, having CPI on Monday, having GDP for Euro on Monday, expect now that expansion to be mirrored now. That expansion is going to come on Euro USD. And from H4, you can already see where the imbalance is right here. You see? There's a possibility of Euro quite massively expanding to the downside for almost more than 100 pips. So defining your premium zone now should be the priority, like from weekly or from daily. As you can see on the weekly chart, price has been finding resistance inside this bearish order block, right? With price retest, and it dropped. Now we've got our short-term swing high and swing low, and price is in premium right now. You see, price is in premium, so you just need to make sure on daily you've got your premium areas marked out properly. And I do believe this, the run of price above, you see, let me just do this. You see, the Thursday, the Wednesday, Thursday, and Wednesday and Thursdays candles. You see, those Wednesday and Thursday, I do believe they are run of stop above parity. You know, that's a run of stop above parity, because if you go to the weekly, that's where you see the run of stops clearly outlined. You see, so I wouldn't expect price to trade higher than Thursday's high. I wouldn't expect price to trade that. Yeah, I wouldn't expect price to trade above that. If we do trade above that, then expect these highs here, because there's internal range liquidity of buy stops here above this swing point. And you can see there's imbalance. Then you'll be expecting price to run, to clear that liquidity before it moves to the downside. But as it is, no, I don't think there's any further reasons for us to see price trading above Thursday's high. You see, this is a run of stops. You see, the whole of last week, I think market has been misled to think that strength is coming back into euro, of which I don't really think that's the case. We should see price trade to the downside. This is a run of stop from my point of view, and right now we'll be targeting this imbalance here, unless if we get a surprise inflation number. You know, if we do get a surprise inflation number, if for some reason inflation tends to the downside, forecast is 10.2, previous was 9.9, so 9.9 is the current inflation in euro, and they're anticipating it to come out 10.2, which is higher inflation. Unless if we get a surprise CPI number for euro, say it comes out maybe 10, or it comes out ending below 10.2, then we can see euro rally. It can go above parity in that case. But if it does come out to 10.2, then the ECB will be mandated to really be aggressive on their rate hikes, which will bring euro to the downside against dollar. So shorting opportunities are also ideal on this currency pair here, because you can see if I go to dollar index, where's dollar index? You see dollar also had a run of stops below 110. We did run stops below 110, and now we are back in our let me go here. You see, this is our discount range where price should find a bit of support and push to the upside. You can see price was just filling up the imbalance on the monthly chart. If you eventually watched the weekly video, there was an imbalance there, and prices eventually filled it up. Now it's running to the upside. I don't think what we are seeing here, you see like this, that imbalance there, and then also here. That's too much of a market inefficiency to just leave
like that.
Open like that. You see, because if you go back, if you look back to your left, every imbalance, like on this year since 19th of September, prices came back and filled up every imbalance. So the chances are very high that dollar could really rally to the upside in the coming week, unless if Powell and company have got other ideas, then we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful from that point of view. Do we have brand is 93? Which other one? We've got like 10-15 minutes left. Hundreds. Massage ke kuzonzi.
I want this kudya.
Because mudzidzisi mazana haasi kubatika kumanya.
Koinda.
Pane zvinenge zvichiitika. Pane zvataimbogadzirisa. Yeah.
Okay. Rananga nchimbotarisa like last week NZD USD.
NZD USD. Let's see where are we default. I need my NZD USD. I'm pretty sure there's like high impact news on this pair on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. NZD, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday we've got press conference from Reserve Bank of New Zealand. Let's see what do we have. We haven't traded lower below this low here, and on a monthly you can see that the price is trying to push to the upside, but we've got a breaker here, old low. So we've got an old low right there, like where price is right now. That's an old low which was broken to the downside. So pressure is also still to the downside on NZD USD. Expect price to push to the downside. So we're basically in I think the last week or so, most of these pairs like the NZD, AUD, Euro, Pound, most of these pairs were just redistributing for a further drop to the downside, targeting this range here. Let me just mark it quickly. Like in regards to NZD USD, this low here.
Okay.
Expect price, but a price should trade below that, and ultimately we could retest 2008 lows, but that's a long-term target. That's a long-term target on NZD USD. I don't know if you remember correctly, NZD USD. I think sometime in March or April, we did highlight that price should eventually reach for these lows. So from next week, the gray shaded area, which is this is our monthly imbalance, and you can see there's a weekly imbalance there. Expect price to find resistance inside that gray shaded area, and you can see we've got a daily high probability daily bearish order block right here. See, this is our high probability daily bearish order block, of which I don't expect price to reach out for that. It can reach out for that only on a surprise from the Federal Reserve. If the Federal Reserve surprise the market and not give the market the 75 basis rate increase, then we could see NZD find strength all the way to 0.608, 0.61. We could see strength coming back. But on positive news for the dollar, the gray shaded area is your premium array. On positive news for the dollar, the gray shaded area is your premium array that you need to be shorting from. So yeah, shorts are ideal targeting. If on H4, if you're trading the H4 time frame, you can see right here we've got an imbalance, and for that imbalance to be filled from current price, you're talking of close to around 60 odd pips, and then we've got also this imbalance here. So the thing mainly now, what you need to perfect on is your patience as a trader. You need to be patient in terms of pricing. So you can find out that if you are to short, say, NZD USD, right, from this premium area here, the weekly imbalance, if you short it from here, the patience for you to wait for price to trade down to fill up that imbalance. Let's say, for instance, market opens on Monday and it keeps rallying to the upside. Remember, the black line is our low that was broken to the downside here, right, where the bearish breaker is. So you'll be anticipating price action like here. We trade into that before we ultimately trade lower. As in, once you short it, say at 0.58, right? 0.58, 400. The patience now to wait for price to fill up the first imbalance and the second imbalance. That's the thing that you guys need to work on now. Telling yourself that, okay, I've shorted Euro USD or NZD USD at 7 a.m. or at 11 a.m. I must wait for 3 p.m. for me to make a decision on that trade. That's the next part now of your development, because once you do that, you find out that it becomes easy and easy every time you take a trade. You won't be forced to be looking at lower time frames. So yeah, I think right from 0.58 400, NZD should offer shorting opportunities from this level here, because that's the level which we broke to the downside. You can see there's also a run off stops here, equivalent to what we saw on Euro USD. So we wouldn't expect price to trade above this candle's high here, coming in at 0.5872. So you can be you can have like a tight stop if you are to short from 58 400. You can have like a 30 40 pip or even a 50 pip. That won't be tight. You see, a 50 pip stop loss, because we won't expect price to trade above these relatively two equal highs, because that's a runoff stop already. That is also mirrored on Euro USD, Pound USD, and NZD USD. So yeah, shorting opportunities are ideal on NZD USD. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but from my point of view in regards to next week, guys, is I think dollar is still gonna maintain its momentum now to go to the upside. I think we're gonna see, yeah, we're gonna see a strong dollar next week. The only thing that can invalidate that that move to the upside is if we trade below 109.43, right? The moment we trade below 109.43, then we could see price try to test this odd low here from August. If we trade below 109.43, because the only thing now in terms of providing support is now coming from this down candle here, which gave birth to this expansion. So that's where we'll be anticipating dollar now to find support if we do break and close below 109.43. But as long as price is above 109.43, then expect the bulls to really give a better fight, a better competition to the bears in terms of strength. And I expect the bulls to find huge strength to push price further up towards 114. You see. So yeah, I'm expecting a very strong dollar, because we have seen most central banks acting in terms of their policies. We have seen BOJ, we have seen ECB, we have seen Bank of England. Which other bank did you see last week? I cannot. We have seen Bank of Canada, and they were really quite supporting their currencies, and I expect the same from Powell and company. Yeah, they should come really in support of their currency on Wednesday. So yeah, I think that's pretty much in terms of how we're going to approach next week. But yeah, things can change.
Yeah.
Things can change. Things can change. Yeah.
Okay. I got one, Sarah. You don't usually trade that one. I mean, at a time, it's okay. GBP CAD. GBP CAD.
GBP CAD. Let's see. Do I even have that pay in the first place? Oh, there it is. GBP CAD.
Yeah.
Pound
are we buying? Are we selling?
Pound has been. Looks like pound has been strong against CAD.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. I'm buying on it.
Pound has been strong against CAD. So in terms of institutional pairing, we're looking at 2.25% versus 3.75%. So that's low versus high, right? So in terms of the interest rates, this is a low versus high currency pair. And I think ideally you need to be hunting for shorts here.
For sure.
Yeah, you need to be hunting for shorts on negative news for the pound. You see?
Negative news.
Yeah, on negative news for the pound. You see this low here, and that's where price is approaching now. The low coming in at 1.58733. Yeah, this low here, which was broken to the downside here. When price approaches this level here, no, I don't think it can just break and go to the upside. It should find resistance. Price should find resistance around this level here. You see? Yeah.
Or that order block. That order block.
Let's go to the weekly. What do we have here? Okay, up candle. Yeah, but this is not much of a this is not much of a high probability though, but still it should provide resistance in terms of price moving to the upside. Let's go to H4 and see. Now let's go to daily. On daily, there isn't really much. Yeah, so you see this high here coming into this imbalance on a weekly imbalance. Yeah, this high yield, expect the runoff stops. Price might really run above that and then pushes to the downside. And when it pushes to the downside, now, for it to be a valid runoff stop, you need to have price close below 158,700. If we trade above this level here, and then price comes back now and close below 158,700, then expect a huge push to the downside. So yeah, ideally you need to hunt for shorting opportunities on this pair. Yeah, but only on negative news for the pound, because it seems like pound is really gained. It's trying to erase some of the losses. You see, there's a bit of positivity with the new prime minister. So yeah, pound is going to be a bit tricky to trade. So there could be strength in pound, but not much. Yeah. So yeah, you need to hunt for shorts there. But if we do get positive news for the pound, then you are buying